It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Gun. Shot. 11. Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, what a good contest here for our first Monday night game of 2023. Happy New Year, one and all, and thanks for pulling yourself away from all those college bowl games going on. For this, a great matchup between two of the real up-and-comers in the AFC. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On third down, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And it's fielded at the 34. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And Diggs has it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Milano coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. The Bengals at 11-4 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Kevin McPherson on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Now the ball comes loose. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks, and, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running.
That's caught inside the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson, and he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Allen. Right side, Thornton with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Allen going to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man, Thornton. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
11 MT, hey. 180. Stop.
From the 29, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 12.
Now Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
11. 11 MT, hey. 11 stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Give to Patterson, running to the right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Allen. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyquan Thornton with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On second down, here's Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
12, 12, 12.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Allen. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, Patterson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Dumps it off to Mixon, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11 empty. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd down.
Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He completes it to Boyd. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. Slant pass to Boyd. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A right side run with Patterson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Running the counter, Patterson. And some room to roam now. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Third down, here's Patterson. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This is fielded at the 27, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Burrow, they might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Burrow. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So it's a win here for the Bills. And this one, Charles, just too much Josh Allen.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw